What's up, everybody? It's Sally Spectre, and the other day, my buddy and I, Radiant Dawn, he's in the Discord, come hang out with us. We were both pretty black-pilled. We were pretty much saying, besides Hogwarts Legacy and Wo Long, are we even looking forward to any games coming out this year? For me, hot take, I guess, but Fire Emblem Engage already came out, and I've been pretty meh on it. Namely because I'm not the biggest fan of the art style and the characters. So we were like, wow, what's even good this year? But then I looked at the list of what we got down the pipeline, and I gotta say, I'm actually kind of hyped for this year for games. First game I want to honorably mention is going to be Skull and Bones. I don't know if that game is ever gonna come out, but I missed the whole Assassin's Creed Black Flag shenanigans. Everybody was going crazy about that being the best pirate game, and I still to this day haven't played it. I know it's kind of a crime, but I'm OCD. I gotta play video games in order, so I have all the Assassin's Creed games, but I haven't beaten past 2 because I have to have them all and I have to do them 100%. So I restarted 2 recently to go through it, but I'll never get to it. But I've been really missing the pirate itch. I couldn't get into Sea of Thieves either for some reason. It just didn't click with me, but the Pirates of the Caribbean MMO game has left a void in my heart since I was in middle school, and I just want a game that brings back that same amazing ship-to-ship combat. So we'll see, hopefully. Other honorable mention is Pikmin 4. They haven't said really anything on that one at all either. Same thing with Payday 3, but Payday 2 is one of those games that just if anybody asks me at any time, hey, you want to play some Payday 2? The answer will always unequivocally be yes. So, to quote an old Dane Cook skit, though, there's nothing guys love more than a good heist, right? So Payday 2 was amazing. The only thing I'm worried about Payday 3 is it's going to be in New York. So, good luck getting the van to show up in a reasonable time with New York traffic. I'm just excited to play Drill Repair Simulator again. I cannot wait. Be picking that up day 1. I'm pumped for that one. Other ones I want to honorably mention, but not really throw on my most excited list here, is Diablo 4. Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16. The reason I put those on is Diablo 4 is already talking about their monetization, and that's another series that I'm terrible. I've never finished. Street Fighter 6, I love Street Fighter, but I'm absolutely god awful at Street Fighter 1. And 2, they release 8 versions of the game every freaking time, so I'm not going to pick up Street Fighter 6 at launch. I'm excited that it exists. I'm excited to see it and play it and hear how it is. But I'll wait till the final Street Fighter 6 comes out, Super Mega Ultra Turbo Edition down the line in 3 years. And then there's Final Fantasy 16. I have a curse. I've never finished a single Final Fantasy game, so I don't need to pick up 16 and launch. But that, that one actually looks pretty good. Looks like it's on a darker, more return to the fantastical. No more 4 guys climbing Friendship Mountain on a camping trip, which honestly I did enjoy that a little bit in Final Fantasy 15. I just think that should have probably been a separate game. So with talking about Diablo 4 and the monetization already, they got the battle passes, and that's I'm done with games with battle passes. They're so disrespectful to your time. Screw that. But speaking of battle passes and Activision Blizzard, the PvE content for Overwatch 2 is supposed to be coming out this year. And that was the entire, excuse for Overwatch 2 even being Overwatch 2. And they just kind of shoehorn all the monetization, all the changes in there. So I'm excited to see it. I love Overwatch. I don't really like all the changes that keep happening to this game, this beloved franchise of mine. But I am excited to see what the PvE stuff is going to look like, because PvE is always my favorite way to play video games. Co-op PvE is my favorite. Now, another one I want to talk about that I'm very excited for is The Wolf Among Us 2. I didn't even know this was coming out this year. Despite trying to be a YouTuber, I guess I'm bad at my job. I didn't see that this game was ever announced but the first one was amazing, so I'm excited for it. And now, normally I'd feel like I would be very excited for another Resident Evil remake. Like Resident Evil 4 is coming out, I think, in March. And, Resident Evil 4 is straight iconic. I bought it, for PS2, and then I bought it again for PS3, and then I bought it again for PS4. And the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes were very, very fun. They were very good. 3 was a little short. Everybody knows that one. But, I don't know. I guess I feel like Resident Evil 4 doesn't really need to be remade, in my opinion. Like, I felt the same way about Dead Space remake, and I didn't get the Dead Space remake because like they're all completely fine in the last iterations to play them. Like at least 2 and 3 were like wildly rehauled. I don't know. I guess like I kind of have like a champagne taste in a beer pocketbook, so I don't really want to buy another version of this game. It does look good objectively, but like if I wanted to experience Resident Evil 4 in a new way, I would have gotten like the Oculus and played Resident Evil 4 in VR, because that looks amazing, but out of the price range. So I don't know. I'm not really... I'm excited for it, but I'm also not. Now, I'm actually not going to lie, though. Tron Identity is a pretty good-looking game for me. It's a visual novel coming out on Steam, and I don't usually play visual novels. But I'm just so in love with the Tron art style. Like, I just want the time where we'll light up clothes and digital vehicles and stuff. Like, I just love Tron. So, fun fact, actually, there was a Tron Evolution. It was a PS3 movie tie-in video game with Tron Legacy. And it was pretty bad. But I was actually, I kid you not, like, amazing at that game. I was ranked in the world. You could ask my friends. I would go online. I would just stomp out everyone. I remember I 1v1'd the guy who was second in the world at one point, and I won. His name was like Cowboy Ninja Viking or something like that. So if you're out there, rematch anytime. But I guess that means I'm second in the world for that game because I beat him. But anyway, that's a skill and talent that'll take me nowhere ever. But point is, I love Tron, so I'm excited for it. The next game I'm really excited for is Octopath Traveler. That's one of those games that I really fell in love with early on, and then I got distracted because I'm terrible and JRPGs run very long. The second game looks like it's going to be amazing. Also, I love the art style that they have. The developers. Octopath Traveler 1 was beautiful. Project Triangle Strategy. I always say Project Triangle Strategy because that's what it was announced as originally. So Triangle Strategy was awesome art style. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope to finish the first games and dive into it when it comes out. I know the first one is on Game Pass, so I might go back and really go back to playing it. But those are going to be good games. Next one up, we got Mega Man Battle.net Legacy is a collection that like I definitely will never forget my time playing the first two. I didn't know these 8 other ones existed. So that's kind of cool to like know that this was a whole series that I never played. I used to play the first 2 on the Game Boy Advance with the link cable and everything like that. So I'll never forget that time. And that alone, that nostalgia factor makes me want it. But like for $60 for ports of handhelds, I'm gonna have to wait for that one as well. I'm excited. Again, these are all exciting to come out, but I'm trying to save up for a house with the missus. So like, got to be a little strategic. But I'm excited that this game's coming out, and I'm excited for people who are gonna pick it up. Another game that's coming out that I'm pretty excited for was Breath of the Wild sequel, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't see how they could screw it up. The first one was amazing. I played it. I played it on the Wii U, and then I got it again on the Switch. Once again, I'm terrible. Not a game I ever finished, but I got to the same point both times. So when this game is closer to release, I will finally go back and finish it. It'll break my Zelda curse. I will finally beat a Legend of Zelda game. It's just that Legend of Zelda games are the kind of games where you pick up, you play for a while, you put down, and then you come back, you forget where you were and everything, and you just totally lost. So I will go back and finish that eventually. That one is definitely on my to-do list. One of the best Switch games out there. Now, a game that's really got my attention, and I'm going to pick it up day one immediately, is Starship Troopers Extermination. Now, I love Starship Troopers. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's just the perfect level of campiness. I've never seen another Starship Troopers movie. I've never read the books. It's just that movie alone is perfect, and I just leave it that way. Last year we got Starship Troopers Terran Command, and that game was pretty okay. It was an RTS, but Starship Troopers Extermination is 12-player co-op PvE against all the bugs. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. It just looks like first person of like EDF, or my favorite game of all time, Helldivers, which is a top-down parody of Starship Troopers. So I'm so excited. I just hope this game's not so much complete garbage that I can convince other people to play with me, because it looks a little rough, to be honest, in those trailers. But I am still so excited for it. So, like I said, I do kind of want to get back into JRPGs, and the perfect one, I think, for me to get back into the JRPG swing of things is WrestleQuest. That looks like it's going to be so amazing. Like, you may not know this about me because I don't really talk about it too much, but I used to love professional wrestling. I still do. I just don't watch it anymore. It takes too much time out of the week. But I love wrestling games as well. So this, I feel like it's just going to be the perfect nostalgia factor with JRPG, and just look at the art style. There's no way that these developers don't love both genres well enough to make this mix. This is the Reese's, and your chocolate is in the peanut butter here, so it's going to be perfect. And speaking of professional wrestling being something I love, I actually really did love WWE 2K22. It broke my streak since 2014 of not buying WWE games anymore. So one day I'll make a tier list, but with the exception of 2007, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, WWE games have been downhill since Here Comes the Pain, which is not only the best wrestling game, but probably one of my favorite games, maybe top 10 of all time. It was a phenomenal game. But now that 2K22 was back, it kind of restored my faith, and they had like the GM mode, which was a little safe. It was a little light on the features. Like at first, they didn't even have tag team champions, and it was very small cards you could set up. But now they've expanded the cards. They did multiple seasons. So I swear, me and my buddy are going to be playing this game so much. The only thing I think is weird is, they didn't put anybody on the cover this year. Like, it's very minimalist design. So I'm just, can't see anybody there. So another day one purchase for me is going to have to be Company Heroes 3. Now, I'm not a big RTS guy. I used to be when I was younger. But something about like Company Heroes 2 just really had me absolutely hooked. I loved it. I loved the first one, but the second one, I don't know. It's something about the second one just worked for me. And you could tell because like I'm super America all the time. I always represent the boys, the hometown heroes, right? I always go with my faction. But like Company Heroes had me even actually playing as like alternate factions. Like I was playing as the Soviets most of the time. I was turtling behind anti-tank guns until I could afford the IS-2s, and then I just crush everybody. I love playing co-op with my friends, and I just could not wait to dive into the next one, especially with my stepdad. Him and I, Company of Heroes has always been kind of like our game, and that certainly is a huge factor for why I'm excited, because like all he wants to do is play Warzone now, and I'm so sick of Warzone. And so now I already did a video on it, so I don't really care about your opinions. Sorry. But I'm excited to play Hogwarts Legacy. The game instantly takes me back to the old PS2 Harry Potter games, and I loved those when I was a kid. The Chamber of Secrets, but more importantly, Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm excited. Oh, actually, no. More importantly, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. That was one of the best sports games I've ever played. That game was phenomenal. Fight me. I'm just excited to raise Hufflepuff to its rightful place of glory. And honestly, like, if you just take the commotion and the drama aside, this game objectively looks fantastic. It looks polished, well made. They're showing gameplay stuff all the time, and developers don't show nearly as much as they do as they're doing now if they're not confident in the product. So it's exciting to see, especially since like Forspoken, we all know how that turned out, and that game, the review embargo didn't drop until one day before because they knew it was going to be bad. I mean, granted, in Forspoken's defense, they did give a demo, and I appreciate that. I think all games should be doing demos again. But back to Hogwarts Legacy, it just looks fantastic. I'm even going to be audio describing it on my channel, so no one can miss out just how good this game is going to be. I'm very excited. Now I've mentioned before. Now I've mentioned before on this channel how much I love Dynasty Warriors, but it really expands that whole. Now I've mentioned before how much I love Dynasty Warriors on this channel, but it really extends the whole Romance of the Three Kingdoms era of ancient China. I don't know, it's just something that's always resonated with me since I was a kid, and because of that, mixed with my already love 90% of the time, hate really strongly 10% of the time relationship I have with Souls-like games, Wo Long looks like it's going to be the Game of the Year pick for me. I picked the demo up and I played it on stream, and honestly it just has all the quality of life issues that other Souls games have just like solved for me. The setting, the design, the changes, it all kind of makes like it the perfect blend of fun to challenge, at least for me as far as the demo is concerned. This is going to probably be the first Souls game that I really like go off on my own to play. If you ever watch my streams, whenever I play Souls games, I'm always playing with a squad of my boys. One, because I suck, and two, because that's just like how I've always done it. So I've only played it with the homies, which is why I've never even played Sekiro. But I think I'm going to love this one so much that I'm going to have the courage to venture out on my own. And like, as I've said previously, like Fire Emblem Engage pretty much just looks okay for me so far. I'm about I'm a few chapters in it. I think I'm chapter 10 or something. So besides Hogwarts Legacy, this is probably going to be the Game of the Year contender, and I cannot wait for it. But there's one other game that I'm the most excited for. I know I made it sound like Hogwarts Legacy and Wo Long are probably going to be the best games of the year. And they probably will be the best games of the year. But they're not what I'm most excited for. There's one game that is above all and looks like it's perfect for me. And what game is that? Exoprimal. Okay? Unironically, I am so excited for this game, and literally everyone I've spoken to about it believes that it's going to be complete and utter trash. But for every reason that they say it's going to be trash, I think it's going to be amazing for me. It's like Starship Troopers Extermination, but like even more dialed up to ridiculous. It's like Anthem and EDF did like the fusion dance in Jurassic Park, and like I don't know if I've ever seen a game that embraces the ridiculousness of dinosaur hordes falling from the sky out of singularities being fought against mech suits. Like, it's just perfect. It looks like it's going to be horrible, but like just like B movies can be fun. Like I feel like this game is just screaming, Soundwave Spectre. It's just screaming out for me, and I'm going to love every second of it. I'm probably going to be like the only person that's going to make content on this game, but like I'm so excited. I'm going to freaking stream this all the time. I just hope I can convince other people to like buy it with me, so like other people will play it. I don't know. We'll see. Might be like Anthem, where I just end up playing it by myself 90% of the time. But I am so excited. I like bad games, and this looks like a terrible game, but it looks like a perfect game. Oh, one other game I forgot to mention before I go. 6 Days in Fallujah. That game looks awesome. It's been canceled and revived and slow going on the development, but it's got procedural generation of like a squad-based tactical game, and like procedural generation is just my thing. I love it because it just, whenever you're playing a game, it just makes it feel like you're playing new levels every single time. Like, what's not to like? Sure, you can see like the reused assets once in a while and everything like that, but like that just awesome, so exciting. Every house and room is supposed to be different. I'm so pumped for this game. I just hope it actually does ever come out at this point. So that's my list for the year that I'm excited for. Did I miss any good ones out there that you're looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video while you're down there and join the Discord for a chance to win free games. You know, maybe one of these games will end up being free at some point, and I'll hand them out. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Soundwave Spectre, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!